Hey Gearpax friends, iPads give us access to brilliant sounds for hardly any money, so the idea of connecting an iPad to hardware would seem like genius, would it not? Well... So this is Akai's SynthStation 25. It's kind of hard to say. SynthStation 25. That's the sound of the app that Akai released to accompany this hardware. Based heavily on vintage analog models, and it sounds excellent. And I really love this LFO tool. I call it the ping pong ball. We'll see some more ping pong ball action in a minute. Let's take a look at the way this is designed. There's a nice solid holder for the iPad, a set of 9 drum pads, and on the other side there are general transport and navigation controls, but these work on the SynthStation app only. You can use it with most other apps though, including this excellent one from Yamaha. This app has a great range of PCM sounds and arpeggios. Filters have to be accessed from the screen because the keyboard's compatibility just doesn't stretch that far. Pretty good for just a few dollars though. It can also talk to the more expensive Gadget app from Korg. However, there does seem to be a slight compatibility glitch. Hear that click? Listen again. Maybe I'm being harsh on the app or the hardware or both, but I think this makes Gadget pretty much incompatible with the SynthStation for any serious work. Still good fun though. There's that glitch again. Here's a replay. The pads still work on most apps. Modulation and pitch bend don't seem to affect the pads at all. And that's just a very tiny part of Gadget. Now here's Akai again with their emulation of their classic MPC sampler. It appears to work seamlessly, but of course there are only 9 pads, whereas the screen shows 16. Here's another Korg one, Electribe. It's an excellent drum sequencer, but the SynthStation isn't much help here because there's no keyboard interaction. I guess you could use the pads to create your beats. But this video wouldn't be complete without looking at Apple's music revolution, GarageBand. GarageBand has some of the best sounding classic instruments I've ever heard, and the SynthStation gives you very smooth access to all of them. The electric piano is my favourite. Here are a few others. And you can hear some aftertouch there. Let's try a vintage synth. You can play along with these arpeggios. So the SynthStation gives you access to masses of sounds, but the star of the show is clearly Akai's own SynthStation app. So the SynthStation 49, is it as ideal as it seems? Well, the idea is undeniably brilliant, but I do have three major concerns with it. The first is obsolescence. It only takes the older iPads with the 30-pin socket, and Akai hasn't made any kind of update on that, which is a real shame. So you're going to be very limited when it comes to the kinds of apps that you'll have access to. My second concern is with build quality. I've heard of a lot of people having trouble with these, and this particular one has developed two little faults of its own as well. So I think that long-term reliability could be a big issue. Also, the SynthStation app that should run perfectly with this machine is actually quite bugged. My final concern is more of a general one. It's just not fun to use. I found compatibility varied greatly between apps, and that includes the SynthStation app from Akai, which I mentioned a moment ago. Having said that though, it's certainly an idea that I think the industry should explore much further. Sadly, I don't think that's going to happen in the near future. Anyway, thanks for watching Gear Facts today. I'll see you on the next one.